from school and social pressures, trying to be like everyone. See, we don't teach our children now to be individuals, to set your own pace, to do what you need, be you. Amen. One of the things that I tell Brianna, you ain't like everybody else, so stop trying to be like me. Amen. You didn't come out of the same house or the same environment. You didn't come out of the same lawns as so-and-so, so you can't be like me. Amen. It took me a long time to learn that concept, Uncle John Lee, because I wanted to be like everybody else, but I couldn't be like everybody else because I came out of John and Evelina's lawns. Amen. Amen. And the lineage of the Marcy family dictated what I could and could not come on in here. So there's some things I just couldn't do.
That's right. Talk time.
Even though I tried to be like everybody else. Sitting up in the club.
Yes, sir.
Throwing the weed, honey. Sitting up in the club.
I went there with you.
Amen. Sitting up. She was worse than I was. Sitting up in the club. And all I could do was this. Couldn't do nothing there. Anybody? I didn't even get out there. One man had the audacity to ask me, what you here for? I said, I just come to socialize. He said, cause you ain't dancing. You don't get out and dance. You don't do anything. I was out of place. Why? Because I didn't fit in.
All right.
Amen. Amen. And so now we have to reprogram our children because we allow them access to all these different things. The music. Amen. The music. Amen. And let me just stay here for a minute. As generations go, Uncle Johnny, you and I both know that things change. Their music that your mom and daddy listened to, you didn't particularly like. Okay? So don't get mad with these children because they don't like what you like.
Amen.
That's two different generations. I can't get mad with Brianna because of the music she likes. And I'm saved. I know I'm saved. But I like Luther Vandross. She went into Tupac. Don't understand it? Can't understand it. But do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And sometimes we as adults can be very hard on the children. Because we want them to think like we do. And we want them to act like we act. And they ain't going to do what you do. Because they don't come from the generation that you come from.
That's right. Amen.
Okay, now there's some things that you can teach them. Okay, but there's some things, amen, you're going to have to understand. Like this thing about going out. And Brianna was 14, she said, Mama, I go out. I said, well, where you going? I'm looking for her to go out. No, because when we said go out, we actually got in the car, went on a date with somebody. That ain't what they were talking about. They actually talking on the phone, they going out with each other. Oh, y'all better learn this stuff.
That's right.
So like, she said, Mom, I go out with this person. I said, well, where you going? And what I gonna know about it? She said, Mom, I ain't talking about going out on no date. We just talking on the phone. Okay. So I'm the type of person that I ask her questions all the time. Brianna said, Mom, please don't do that sightness on me. I can't take it. But I'm a question asker. Why are you doing this? What's the purpose? Why are you doing this? Do you understand why it is that you do this? Okay? Amen. Amen. Social pressures can often cause adolescents to act out in ways that may seem uncharacteristic. Understand now, this is the reason why I'm an advocate for young folk. Because oftentimes what you see exactly. It ain't exactly what you get. And what you see, I mean, maybe they act unbecoming of what you think is good behavior. Amen. But a lot of that is learned. Everybody got children right here. How many of y'all see yourself in your children? The good and the bad and the ugly. Don't want to own up to the bad and the ugly. But we put it there, right? Amen. And so, oftentimes they regurgitate what we put in.
Amen.
And so if every time they're in your presence or in an adult presence and all they get is negativity, what you think they're going to get back? If every time you see them, if you ain't got a kind word to say to them, amen, if you don't have something to say, listen, I know this is what you're doing right now, but that ain't you. That's not who you are. Amen. You're supposed to be calling them into. condemn it. One thing we wanted to get on the phone and start talking about. Amen. This has been several years ago. Me and some other folk were having a youth thing here, and I walked into a conversation with some saved people. Amen. Now they know how I am about the children. St. Jude, they were my children. Amen. And I walked in on them and I heard them say some negative stuff. I went off. I said, get your stuff and go home. We don't need you. And if Loretta was here, she'd tell you. I told them to go home. If all you're going to do is talk about the negative stuff that these children are doing, go home. I don't need you here. We got it. And I think about 4 of them. They got mad. I thought maybe they were going to tell mama, but they didn't. Didn't care. But, because the last thing they needed was to come into the house of worship.
That's right.
And hear saved people
right.
who's supposed to be emulating them. Amen. Who they supposed to be being after, talk about it.
That's right.
That's the last thing they needed to hear. Is the saved folk, the Christ-like, the anointed,
Yes.
the shouting folk,
That's right.
the one that speak in tongues,
That's right.
calling out demons.
That's right. Right.
If they were so bad, you should have been. I said, and this is my exact. If she was that type of person, how come you didn't call a prayer vigil right then?
That's right. That's right.
Why are you in here talking about it?
Come on, now.
You ain't no better than she is.
Come on. Well, you better tell.
Yeah, they had to grab me out. They took me on that. The children came together. Come on, Aunt Tonya. Come on, Aunt Tonya. Let's go. Talk about it. In front of them.
That's right.
And didn't have nothing to help them.
I say.
Amen. I'm going on. Amen. I came to make you think. That when you see a person this time, when you look at an individual, when you see a youth that's acting unseemly, you gonna know something else might be going on.
That's right.
And instead of you dealing with the behavior that you see,
That's right. That's right.
amen, try to find out what's going on. Oftentimes, when children misbehave, it is because of something else that they have experienced.
Tell it.
Oftentimes,